很高兴今天能够在这里跟大家认识。
I'm very glad to be here to know everybody here.
今天要跟各位分享的是佛教里头的一个重要宗派，叫做华严宗。
Today I'd like to share with you one of the school in Buddhism. It's called the 华严 School.
因为我是一个修行人，所以我要跟各位谈的是从修行的立场来谈华严宗的这一切。
I'm a practitioner, so today I'd like to share with you is from practitioner viewpoint about the Buddhism.
我们所谈的可能跟各位在学术领域里头的立场跟态度会有点不一样。
It might be different from the academia research in the attitude in the academia world.
但是因为我也跟各位一样受过同样的学术训练
Because like everybody here, I also been trained in the academia world before.
所以对于宗教在历史上所发生的一些神话跟传说，我们都有鉴别的能力。
So we have the ability to differentiate that some of the mysterious things in the religion's story or history.
因此在我的实际经验跟表达的过程里，应该会将那些传说跟神秘式的这种资料给予过滤掉。
So I would filter those kind of mysterious story out based on my own experience and learn.
那么我要提供给各位的是我个人的实际经验。
I'm going to offer you today is my own personal experience.
以及这经验跟古人有相通有不通的地方，那么做一个比较跟分析。
And also make the comparison between my own experience versus the experience encountered by the ancient patriarchs.
在这些经验当中，我可以跟各位报告的就是，我可以鉴别掉古代的记录里头有哪些是真的经验，哪些有待进一步求证的经验。
From my own real experience, I can filter or differentiate all those record documentation from the ancient people, how many are really truth and how many is false.
基本上，我们是假定这些修行人都不说谎话。
Basically, we assume that all the practitioners in the ancient time, they won't lie.
他们的记录应该都是真实的经验。
Their record is supposed to be a truth.
但是由于这些经验太广泛，
But because those experience was so written,
有些地方我们没有办法去体验。
so in some area we don't have that kind of a real experience in it.
因此我们说把它保留，
So we say that we just reserve those.
以后再来求证。
We can try to prove it at a later day.
那么站在这样的前提之下，我要跟各位谈的是生命内在的体验。
So under such prerequisite, I would like to share with you is internal life, how experience of internal life.
生命内在的体验是一切宗教存在的基础。
To experience the internal life is the foundation for all the religions.
假如我们用哲学上的话来讲，
We're using the terminology of verbiage in philosophy.
生命内在的体验就是本体。
The experience of the internal life is the essence.
假如没有这个生命内在的体验，
If you don't have the experience of internal life,
那么一切宗教将不能成立。
all the religions would not be in existence.
在基本上， 各宗教的内在体验最高的层次应该是同样的。
So I can say that the highest level of the internal life experience for all religions should be the same.
但是由于各民族各文化的背景不同，
But because the different background and different culture,
因此所有的宗教在语言文字的表达上来讲会有很大的差异。
therefore they will have a tremendous differences among those different religions.
那我们作为一个哲学家来讲，
From a philosophy point of view,
应该要来消除这些语言文字上的差异。
we should try to minimize the differences among those languages or verbiages,
把这些语言文字要表达的那个真理的状态让它浮现出来。
so we should allow the faith that we call the truth to be manifested.
因为修行人是在透过他的实践方式到达真理的目标。
Because as a practitioner, you rely on the practice to reach such truth as a goal.
大家要知道，每一个修行人在修行的过程里，
Every practitioner, you should know that in the process of in their cultivation,
他们是绝对的专注，
so they focus on that absolutely.
他们的心是绝对的清净，
Your mind is pure in absolute term.
要到达真理的那一刹那，
To reach the moment of the truth,
必须绝对无杂念，
you should have no 杂念
情
miscellaneous thoughts.
Yeah, okay, miscellaneous.
而且它必须唯一，必须绝对。
So it got to be in absolute term.
在这当中，他必须放下一切意识形态。
So you have to put down all those called consciousness.
他没有任何的文化包袱，
Do not have any burden of any culture.
因此他所表达的语言文字是最纯洁的。
So you're saying that the expression is pure in pure form.
但是由于文化的背景不同，
But due to the different in culture background,
所以引用的语言文字也必然有所不同。
therefore the language they use also different.
不管这些宗教用的是上帝，或者真理，或者佛陀，其实他所指的东西是一样的。
It doesn't matter that the term of the truth or the Buddha or even the Almighty God, it should be the same.
或者他用天国、用净土来表达，也都一样的。
Even in the terms of so-called heaven or the pure land, they should be also the same meaning.
但是我们遗憾的，
But too bad to say that
人类却为了这些语言文字的差异而有所坚持。
that humankind always insist on the different point of view as a result of different verbiage.
因为这些坚持而造成战争，
Because insisting on their own ideologies across the world.
那么这些是人类意识形态的罪过。
So this is just the fault of so-called consciousness.
与宗教无关。
It's nothing to do with religion itself.
虽然看起来战争都因为宗教而起，
So we can see that a lot of war is caused by the different religion belief.
但是这些战争与宗教的本身完全无关。
But there's nothing to do with the religion itself.
那是因为发动战争的人假借宗教的名义。
Because the person who started war used the religion as excuse.
我们希望大家不要因为这些罪过而来区别宗教的差异。
So we hope that we do not consider such evil thing and then try to differentiate the religions.
我们在追求真理的同时，是在追求和平。
We pursue the truth, in the meantime, we really pursue the peace.
追求人类的幸福
To pursue the merit or fortune of the human being.
只有在内心非常祥和的情况之下，人类真正的幸福与和平才有可能兑现。
The only time that you can cash in the true peace is when you have a very called the peaceful mind.
假如我们的内心不够祥和，和平从何而来？
If you do not have peaceful mind in your inner, how can you reach the peace, exterior peace?
假如内心都在冲突，
If in your inner mind you have a conflict all the time,
而有暂时的和平，
and you have a called the short-term peace,
那种和平是一种集中营式的平静。
so that peace is just like the small peace you enjoy in a that would be like in a concentration camp.
它是一种假象，
It's a true false phenomenon.
它不是真实的。
It's not true.
好，我们现在来跟各位谈一下追求内心内在生命体验的这个途径。
So now let's talk about the path to on the pursuit of the internal peace.
我们在谈论任何宗教的过程里，必然会涉及这个主题。
Every time we're talking about religions, this will be a topic to be discussed.
假如不谈内在生命体验的这种宗教，它只是一种知识。
If the religions does not discuss on how to search the inner peace, it's only a knowledge.
所有的动物，它缺少内在的体验。
All the animals does not lack the experience of internal, so-called the internal life.
我们身为人类，感到很庆幸，
As a human being here, we feel we are lucky enough.
号称为万物之灵，
We are say that we are the supreme being.
就是因为人类可以拥有内在的体验。
Because we as a human, we could have the taste of internal life experience.
内在的体验可以使我们激发非常充沛的生命能量。
So as a result of this so-called experience of internal life, it will stimulate a tremendous energy in our inner.
让我们在生活中充满着生命力，
To allow us to have enough energy in our daily life.
不会活得没有意义，没有生气。
So during our daily life, we feel like it's very active, not kind of the shrinking or without any of the vitality.
常有人这样问，
Some people asking,
问说人生要怎么样才有意义？
in your life, what is become more meaningful?
您怎么回答呢？
How do you answer that?
赚很多钱，
To earn a lot of money,
住进白宫，
living in a White House,
发动战争，
or start a war,
征服世界，
or conquer the world,
或者爬上月球，
or landed on the moon.
就算给你得到这一切，
Even you have everything,
你也会觉得无意义。
you will feel like it's meaningless.
为什么呢？
Why?
我们看到有很多穷困的人，
We have seen a lot of poor people,
生活很挫折的人，
some people they have not defeated all the time,
但是他们活得很快乐，
they live very happily.
他们可以经常的唱歌跳舞。
They sing, they dance all the time.
我们发现有很多赚了钱的人，
However, we saw a lot of people who earn a lot of fortune.
生活的不快乐。
Their life is unhappy.
他们差别在哪里？
What's the difference between those?
当然有很多理由，很多答案。
Of course, there are many reasons and many answers.
我可以给各位一个很简单的答案做参考。
But I could give some simple answer for you as a reference.
当一个人活得很有生命感的时候
If a person have a strong core vitality,
他看这世界一切都美好
so everything he saw in the world is so wonderful.
那个生活那个人生最有意义
So that it can be meaningful in such life or such called the living.
当一个人缺少生命感的时候
However, when the person lack of the feeling of the life,
缺少那一份感受力的时候
you cannot feel about that life.
他的人生毫无意义
Then his life become meaningless.
桌上摆着好吃的东西
You might have plenty food on the table,
他也没有食欲吃不下去
but he does not have a desire to eat it.
有的人虽然没有什么好东西
However, for some people, they may not have a lot, they have little.
甚至于没有东西吃
Even if they don't have any,
他树上随便摘几个
but they can pick some fruit from the tree.
他会活得很高兴
He would be very happy.
他会去享受这个世界
So he would go enjoy the world.
他会说阳光好美
He would say that the sun was so pretty,
虽然没有 money
even he don't have any money.
他会说空气很好
So he would think of the air is so fresh,
虽然没有好的房子
although he doesn't have any good houses to live in.
他会说水很好喝
He was thinking of water tastes great.
虽然是旁边的小溪
It's only just came from the creek.
他会活得很满足很幸福
You're very happy, live on.
这个就是生命力
This is called the power of the life.
那么宗教的生命体验就在锻炼这一种生命力
So the religion we call the test of life experience is just try to train how to do this.
一个拥有生命力的人
A person who owns such vitality,
才能拥有幸福的人生
then he can have so-called the lucky life.
人生才有价值有意义
So his life become meaningful and valuable.
那我们宗教的训练在这里
So this our religion train is in here.
那么围绕着这一个生命内在的体验就造成了各种民族不同的文化
So as a result of surrounding such pursuit with the internal life, so different folk have a different culture, create different cultures.
所以我在这里可以提供一个模式给各位参考
So I can offer a thinking pattern for everybody here.
宗教的本身
Religion itself
也就是修行人
is a cultivator or practitioner.
他永远在创造第一手资料
This practitioner always to create the first-hand information.
整理这些资料的人我们叫做思想家
The people who categorize or put this information together are philosophers.
他在创造第二手资料
They try to create a second-hand information.
整理这些第二手资料的人
People who working on the second-hand information,
他是在创造文化
that are the people who try to create the culture.
这些人我们称为哲学家
We also call them as a philosopher.
我相信有很多研究哲学的人不赞同我的讲法
I believe that some people here major in philosophy may not agree with what I said.
因为他会说我是哲学家在创造第一手资料
They might say that I'm a philosopher and try to create the first-hand information.
那不是第一手资料
However, that's not first-hand information.
那是收集资料整理资料以后他所创造的
It's only a conclusion or creation after we collect and categorize all the information we have been working on.
因为这些人通常都是研究现成的资料
Because those people study what information available to them.
我要做个补充
I would like to supplement what I said.
我这个讲法不是因为我是修行人，就说我是创造第一手资料。
I say that not because I'm a practitioner and I create the first-hand information.
因为所有的文化都是从人类生命的活动中产生的。
Because all the culture are created or generated from the activity of the life.
人类的活动是在前面。
So human activity is work ahead.
将那些活动记录下来的，才有文化可言。
When we call such human activities, then we create a culture.
就像我们研究旧石器时代的文化跟新石器时代的文化一样。
Like we study the old called Stone Age and the New Stone Age cultures.
新石器时代跟旧石器时代的人是不讲什么文化的。
As you know that in the New Stone Age and the Old Stone Age, those people don't talk about the culture itself.
他只是为了生活。
The only purpose for them is to live on.
在地上捡一块可以抓住的石头来用而已。
So they just grab the stone from the ground and use the stone as a tool.
到了新石器时代以后，
And to the New Stone Age,
他可能会去创作简单的石头来运用。
so they might create some special tool from a stone itself.
那我们研究它的活动，
Then we study their activities
才叫做新石器文化。
and call them the New Stone Age culture.
后来发明了陶器，
Then the pottries were invented,
你又有陶器文化。
so you have the pottery culture.
这个人类不是为了文化而创造文化，
The human not to create a culture as a result of the culture.
他们只是为了生活而有那些活动。
Just because they want to live on, so they have such human activities.
所以他们为了生活而做的活动就是第一手资料。
So for their life, they form such activities. Those activities are the first-hand information.
我们现在这些历史学家在整理这些他们活动的遗迹。
So the historian nowadays and try to go back and to study the leftover from what activity they act before.
然后叫做历史，
And we call that history.
叫做文化。
We call that culture.
那你也可能提出非常新颖的见解，
You might also have your new point of view.
为其他人所没讲过的理论。
This viewpoint not included or that talk by the people in the past.
那从这个立场来讲，你可以说创造第一手资料。
So under such circumstances, you can say that you form the first-hand information.
但是这样的第一手资料不是我们所讲的第一手资料。
But this first-hand information, not the first-hand information we talk about.
那这是有差别的。
There's the difference here.
我们是从生命的立场出发，
We talk about this one is from the life standpoint of view.
所以这样的一个观念呢，可能不太一样。
So such concept might be different.
我知道那一种不同，
I know the difference.
所以我提供给各位做
I'd
参考
like。to share it with everybody here.
从宗教的立场，我们是重视生命实际的活动状态。
From the religion point of view, we are emphasized the 生命存在的状态。
生命活动中，
Okay. It's the state of the life activities.
跟资料的出现次序状态是不一样的。
It's different from the documentation when they show up.
人类从历史上来看，是以活动在前，资料在后。
So from the activity, we will say that they always have the activity first, then you have the information to follow.
这是第一个我们要跟各位表达的。
I would like to explain this first.
第二个我们要跟各位表达的，
The second thing I'd like to share with you is
我们知道这个世界有很多的民族。
We know that there are a lot of ethnic groups on Earth in the world.
我们现在所看到的民族大概历史都不是很长。
So the different ethnic group, we think that it's not too long.
这民族跟文化能够存续几千年的不多。
The ethnic group and the culture that can last for 1,000 years, there are not many of them.
我们人类的生命有两种。
The life of the human have two different kinds.
一个是个人的生命。
One is individual life.
一个是民族的生命。
The second one is called the life of the ethic.
民族生命要维系着2000年以上的，它必然要有另外一个生命因素。
Okay, as you say that this民族的生命 it could translate into the ethnic culture, different folks' culture. Sometimes it lasts for about 2,000 years.
个人的生命传承啊，是可以用 DNA。
The linkage of individual can be identified by the DNA.
DNA 的传承来确定个人生命的传承。
So the DNA, you can test the DNA and to identify as a linkage of individual.
那一个民族的生命要维系几千年，它用的是什么 DNA？
So how to maintain the linkage of called the ethnic group or culture for more than 1,000 years? What they use that? What the material they use to sustain that?
那我们从研究历史的立场来看，那就是它的文化。
From the study point of view, and we can say that we look upon as their culture.
这个时候我们就发现，文化的产生来自于那个民族的内在生命的体验。
So we say that the creation or formation of the culture is come from the internal life experience of that ethnic particular group.
假如一个民族没有内在体验的那种模式
，if the particular ethnic group does not have the pattern of the internal life experience,
那个民族很快的会消失。
then the particular ethnic group will disappear very quickly.
因为它的文化没有办法传承。
Because their culture cannot be passed down.
所以这个就是我们在探讨的根源。
So this is the source of the study that we are working on.
我只是简单的这样子提一下，其实这是一个很大的课题。
In fact, I just very briefly talk right here. It can be a huge research topic.
那针对这个部分来谈的话，那恐怕不止10个学分。
So it might take 10 credit hours to really do such research working on this topic.
1个钟头是讲不完的。
It cannot be finished or discussed in 1 hour.
那我们现在要跟各位谈的一个重点。
So now we'd like to talk about one main point.
就是内在生命体验的，我们有很多很多的方法。
So there are many ways to really get to the internal life experience.
那么佛陀说有84000法门。
The Buddha Sakyamuni said there are 84,000 ways.
大乘佛教说有无量无边的法门。
In Mahayana, they say that there are many countless methods to do it.
那这个我们现在不跟各位做区别。
We are not trying to differentiate the difference among them.
光是这么一个小小的课题要讲要2个钟头。
We take at least 2 hours just to talk about the topic.
我们简单的把这么多的法门区分2个区块来看。
However, that we could just separate or categorize those 84,000 or many of practice ways into 2 categories.
就是一个区块是用禅的方法来体验生命内在的经验。
The first one we say that we are using Chan or Zen in Japanese to have such life experience.
另外一个就是用密的方法来体验生命内在的存在。
The second methodology we talk about here is using so-called the esoteric, or the popular term here, the tantric method, to experience that.
用禅的方法，那就是禅宗最特别。
So using the Chan method is a specialty of we call 禅宗。
那我们知道禅的方法也有无量无边的法门。
And we also know that there are many practice ways under the so-called 禅。
那这个部分今天我们就不讲。
We cannot talk about it today. There are so many of them.
我简单的要跟各位介绍的是用密的方法。
Today I'd like to share with you is how to use the esoteric methodology to reach that internal life.
那密的方法大家比较熟悉的是西藏的密法。
The esoteric, this methodology for everybody here, I think most people are familiar with the Tibetan method.
就从中国的立场来看，西藏的密法只占1/10而已。
From the culture in China or Chinese culture standpoint of view, the Tibetan Tantric is only 1/10 of what those methods we are talking about in China.
在中国的密法分布里，还有其他的9个区块。
The esoteric, which is equal to tantric, we call esoteric. That's the way I'm going to use the esoterics. In China, they have 10 different regions to practice this way.
那我们也通通不跟各位讲。
And we're not going to share that right here because the time limitation.
因为这个范围太广了。
It's very scope pretty wide.
我们要跟各位谈的是华严密法。
But we like to talk about here is 华严 esoteric.
华严密法是中国10大区块当中的一个部分。
The 华严 esoteric also one of the 10 major the group of study esoteric, only one of them.
而这个部分是整个密法的主流。
However, you can call them a mainstream of the esoteric in China.
它是在唐朝以前就已经存在的密法。
It already in existence before the Tang Dynasty in China.
它发展了将近350年以后。
It developed roughly about 350 years.
那才有开元时代的唐密。
After 350 years from it started it, and then we reached to the era called the 开元. That's in Tang about 700年吧 AD. About 711 AD. Yeah, it's about 711 AD to 741 AD, the 开元 era.
开元时代的唐密是在长安。
The Tang, which is the esoteric Tang, Huayan esoteric, the era is in Chang'an.
长安是唐朝的首都。
Chang'an is the capital of Tang Dynasty.
唐朝的佛教是以华严宗为主。
So the Buddhism in Tang Dynasty is using the Huayan as the mainstream.
而当时所有密教的经典来到长安。
At that time, all those sutra in the esoteric sutra, they all come to Chang'an.
全部都在华严寺里头翻译。
They all come to Huayan Monastery do those translation at the time.
所以唐密基本上是以华严思想为基地的一个密法。
So we can say that Tang esoterics is based on Huayan doctrine.
所以我们讲唐密，事实上讲的就是华严密。
Therefore, when we call Tang esoteric, strictly talking about is Huayan esoteric.
那密法也以长安为中心。
So the Minhua mean that the esoteric also centered in Chang'an.
向全国各地发展。
then spread from that point throughout the whole nation.
那我们今天在这里要跟各位讲，这个关键处在哪里？
So today we just like share with you what is the important point.
我跟各位提这样的一个命题。命题。
Oh, so the topic I'm going to talk about today, use this as a topic.
在学术上是一个很大的挑战。
Is a big challenge in academia world.
我相信很多学者专家都在问，你的证据在哪里？
I would believe that most of academia scholars would ask him about where's the evidence.
那我很期望各位啊，针对这样的一个命题来写你的论文。
I hope that people here, scholars here, can write the dissertation based on this topic.
假如有人愿意做这种专业研究的话，我们愿意支持他。
If people, scholars here, want to do the research in this area, we would like to support them.
当然，我不能信口开河，
I cannot say just by my mouth.
这需要有一个机制跟教授来谈。
We will have this system that I can talk to Professor Craig.